What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Olympic gold medalist, two-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Anthony Joshua, had a beautiful fifth-round knockout victory over Otto Wallin, and he did his part. He held up his end of the bargain for one of the biggest fights in boxing to take place in March. And his biggest rival, fight that may never come to fruition, a fight between himself and Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, may never come to fruition now. And that's because Deontay Wilder had a very lackluster performance yesterday and lost to former WBO world champion, New Zealand superstar Joseph Parker, who Anthony Joshua fought and beat in a unification bout. And then Deontay Wilder fought him, and Deontay Wilder looked like he wasn't interested in engaging, or he just looked very flat, right? He wasn't committed to his jab. He didn't throw his jab. He didn't throw any punches. He was utilizing the ring, moving around the ring, moving, side to side, making Joseph Parker miss, but he wasn't making him pay. He wasn't countering him. He wasn't using his jab. And he suffered the third loss of his career, and he lost a unanimous decision, and it was just a lackluster performance. And they already had Joseph Parker losing. They already had Otto Wallin losing, and Deontay Wilder was supposed to face off against Anthony Joshua in March in a massive fight, a fight that the world had been anticipating for years, when they were both champions, for undisputed. For years, this was a fight that was being talked about. And there's a lot of relief that Deontay Wilder lost. Not from Anthony Joshua himself, but for the people around Anthony Joshua that were concerned. Now, a lot of people's bigging up Anthony Joshua's victory over Otto Wallin, who he fought and beat in the amateurs twice. Otto Wallin has never been a world champion, and Otto Wallin is a southpaw who is slick and is very big, and it's a tough fight. I thought it was going to be for Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua took care of business. But Deontay Wilder, let's be very clear. He took on the tougher task, okay? He took on the tougher opponent, okay? Now, there was an opponent that Joshua already previously beat, but Joshua won a decision against Joseph Parker. He didn't knock out Joseph Parker. So Deontay Wilder fought the tougher of the opposition yesterday, right? And he lost. Now, again, regardless of the level of toughness with the opposition, he didn't put out, right? He wasn't active. He didn't let his hands go. He didn't let his hands go at all. Not the right hand, not the jab, nothing, right? And so he was just inactive, but he fought the better opposition. And Anthony Joshua knocked out Otto Wallin, who made a name for himself being in a tough fight with Tyson Fury, right? That's how the world was introduced truly to Otto Wallin, because of his competitiveness against Tyson Fury. He had a competitive fight against Fury. Joshua knocked him out. Kudos. But there's a lot of relief because of, for one, how Deontay Wilder looked in that fight. Now, keep in mind, he had knocked down and knocked out every opponent he ever faced, including his 3 fights with Tyson Fury, who he dropped 3 times. Okay? And 4 times and then 3 fights. So, and he knocked down and knocked out every other opponent he faced. This fight with Joseph Parker, he didn't get a knockdown. He didn't hurt Joseph Parker. He didn't knock Joseph Parker out, obviously. And he just didn't look content, right? He wasn't engaging. And now he's 43 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 42 wins by way of knockout. He's 38 years of age, 6'7" with an 83-inch arm reach. Joseph Parker is no walk in the park. He's 34 wins, 3 losses, no draws now, 23 wins by way of knockout, 31 years of age, 6'4" with a 76-inch arm reach. Again, like I said, Anthony Joshua is 27 wins, 3 losses, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout. One time he was knocked out. So he and Wilder both have 3 losses. They both been knocked out. And Anthony Joshua is 34, 6'6" with an 82-inch arm reach. But again, he fought Otto Wallin. Now, Otto Wallin would be the underdog against Joseph Parker. He's 26 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 14 wins by way of knockout, right? 6'5", 33 years of age, 78-inch arm reach. Otto Wallin, if he fought Joseph Parker before last night, he would be the underdog against Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker would be the favorite. So I'm listening to Eddie Hearn, Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn. I'm listening to Tony Bellew and all of these fighters over in the UK, United Kingdom, Anthony Joshua from the UK. We've been talking up this Wilder Joshua fight for an extremely long time. Okay, and it never happened. When they were supposed to fight for Undisputed, it never happened, right? And there was tons of excuses on the part of Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua as to why this fight never happened. And so now the fight was set up to happen, right? Neither one of the champions, and this was set up. They both fought on the same card. It was set up for them to fight each other, right? Deontay Wilder seems to be in a different, well, not seems to be, is in a completely different mindset than he was when he was fighting Fury and fighting, looking to fight Anthony Joshua. He's just in a different mindset, different space, right? But nonetheless, they were set to face off against one another, right? And now Deontay Wilder, he took a loss, right? He lost. He looked bad. And they are relieved because they weren't sure. Joshua didn't look confident. Joshua didn't look like himself, after he had those 2 back-to-back losses to Alexander Usyk. Anthony Joshua lost back-to-back to Alexander Usyk. Wilder lost back-to-back to Tyson Fury. They lost to now what is considered the 1 and 2 in the heavyweight division. Fury, most people have Fury at number 1 and Usyk at number 2. They both lost back-to-back to those 2 fighters. And it's coming across as very relieved. Now everybody's talking outside of Joshua, because Joshua said, listen, Wilder can bounce back and the fans still want to see that fight, right? They still want to see me fight Wilder, right? And I'm sure Joshua was relieved after the way Wilder looked yesterday. Didn't look like himself, wasn't engaged, wasn't aggressive, wasn't ferocious, didn't look hungry, right? And his timing was off. He fought 1 time in 2 years, 1 round in 2 years. So just didn't look like himself, right? And there's a lot of relief now that they don't have to be concerned with 2 things. For one, he didn't look like himself. And 2, now the fans are not going to demand that fight. The fans ain't demanding Wilder versus Joshua now because Wilder lost. And the way he lost and how he looked. They are relieved. They are absolutely relieved that they don't have to be bothered and concerned with that monster now. Because regardless of how you slice it, the last thing to go in the sport of boxing is your power. And Deontay Wilder is arguably the biggest puncher in boxing history. So, and we know Anthony Joshua can be knocked out and can be knocked down and can be lethargic. And now he didn't look like himself. But they know that at the very least he got a puncher's chance and he's athletic and explosive. But yesterday he didn't show that explosiveness. He didn't show the power. He was void of making adjustments, void of using his jab, and those things, it played a part. And now they're definitely relieved that they don't have to be concerned with people pressing for that fight. Period. Now everybody's talking about, oh, nobody wants to see that. Eddie Hearn, so bring on Tyson Fury. That's what they much rather anyway, period. So yesterday, Wilder knows and the world knows he dropped the ball, period. Point blank and period. He dropped the ball. So let's see how this plays out moving forward. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all, I'm gone. Peace.